All right.
True. Should we really be concerned? Okay,
Back
so
in
we're
Magic
transplanting,
League.
and we're hoping that it
Let's
produces
see if we
a
can get this
huge
dub.
lily.
Also loves the name begonia. And we have like three different begonias. This one is the Rex begonia. As you can see, it's got little spikies around the edge. We have two other begonias in here, a watermelon begonia. Oh, that was the cool fun fact about this one. Apparently, when you grow it in short sun hours, short daylight hours, you'll start to see it flower. And if you have long hours, it's just going to grow lengthy and long, and that's okay too. But if you really want to see it produce some flowers, it likes short days.
Cool.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, in your kitchen, maybe you can't control that, but here we have full control. It's pitch black in here. Turn the light off. Real quick, is we've got some cactus, and so these are San Pedros, and I've got two of them, and they've been kind of hardened off. They're cuttings, and so we'll talk about it. Instead
Oh,
of
we'll
breaking
skip
that
it
thing,
right
we'll open
now.
them, and we'll actually
Dude waiting
transplant them
for.
and talk to you about how to transplant those.
So here we have, okay, so there's another plant that's kind of interesting and fun. These are money trees. You can pretty much find them at any grocery store that you walk into. We have like a thing about them. When I met Jeremy, he was like, this is like the symbol of prosperity. And so it's really cool because I've also fell in love with them. One thing that I messed around with and that I've done is I cloned one just for fun. I didn't even know if I could, but I did, and it was really awesome, and we've got it growing at home. And usually you buy it from the store like this and you keep it in this little pot and that's all fine and dandy. But what I've done at home is transplant them into a little bit bigger pot with build a soil and they are monsters. Like they're insane. And I really want to show you guys how I did that and show you what results you can get when you do some up.
Yeah, you might think like, oh, I better not touch that, right?
Yeah.
But she actually cloned several cuts off of it. They rooted really well. She put them next to each other and braided it and everything.
Yeah, it's been really fun to mess with at home, and the leaves, like this one, I mean, my ones at home are massive, and it's just a big tree, and apparently these can grow like 30 feet tall if you put them in your home. So you may think it's like a dwarf plant, but it's not. You get a little extra root space.
Rooted by root space.
So that one's really cool.
Okay.
So there's two different names for it. There's the Patera glabra, or there's the Patera aquatica. They look almost identical, and according to the Googles online, the only way to tell the difference between the two plants would be the fruit that comes out of them. So one of them has like a seed pod with seeds in it, a big pod, it's a fruit, and then the other kind actually just grows flowers. So it would be really fun to see if we could maybe get them to fruit and flower. I don't know how we would do that.
For sure.
So we could know exactly which one we have. Yep. And then this one here, the next one we have, that is the watermelon begonia.
It was in too bright a light for a little bit. It doesn't like to be. It kind of curled up. It's in soil that was waterlogged, and so we're going to transplant this one as well.
One thing that I thought was kind of cool about that one is that those plants in particular grow on the rainforest floor. Typically that plant grows underneath all the other plants in the rainforest. So it'll be fun to see if they can handle some of the strong light.
I'd like to have lots of plants out of the direct light too, so we can have this dual environment.
Most definitely. Okay, well let's get to transplanting. I'm putting it right there. As a reminder. Okay, so we start with this one. Okay, so let's do fabric pot, right, for this one. That was the first one we were going to go to.
So these are grassroots living soil pots. You can use whatever you want for your house plants. We're taking tools that we already have that we really like. This one is fabric, but really it's recycled plastic, and so it's not going to like break down. It lasts a long time. This one has a liner that they've sewn on into it, and that's what they know as the living soil container. We work with living soil. This allows the soil to retain moisture, the worms to be happy and not dry out from the sides so quickly. This may not be the end-all, be-all answer. It's just one of many containers that we have, and so because of that, we thought this particular size is 3 gallon would be a big upgrade from its current home. And then if this gets full and big, we can decide to keep it in here or transplant at another time. So here is the 3 gallon.
Blaze up, baby.
Let me grab some soil for you. This is Build a Soil Light. We have lots of recipes here at Build a Soil.
I'd like to mention too real quickly the reason why, in my mind, when I think of the light soil, it's not going to be super heavy on nutrients, so you have the option to feed on your own, and then also it's going to drain a lot better. You can use it for seeds and things like that. It's not going to become waterlogged if you have a small plant that's not drinking as much. So for especially this plant right here, one thing I'd like to talk about is that fact that it's very wet. And when I think of root rot or overwatering, this is what I think of. I think of a plant that's starting to die off, it's drooping, it can't really handle itself. It's like literally drowning. tempted to just pull all this nasty stuff off, but then if you give it any water, there's nowhere for it to try to go. So I typically am not going to try to pull up any of that dead stuff until I see new stuff grow. And that's just me. You know, you can do what you do.
You want to get this here?
Yeah, totally.
A little bit of soil.
That's probably good for now. As I'm transplanting, I would like to talk about, too, the depth of your plant. You know, some plants that matter, some don't. Tomatoes in my greenhouse, I can take the plant and plant as deep as I want and cover up part of the stalk, and there'll never be an issue. A lot of plants, you can't do that. You'll end up rotting your stalk. So you can see here, I've got it right in the middle, and it looks pretty much good. I've got about an inch there, so why don't you fill it up for me?
Okay, sounds good. And then I got a water can. We'll put some root wise in there. Talk about that for a minute. What do you think? Is that good?
Yeah, that looks good to me. When I'm putting new plants in, first of all, get it centered. Second of all, you don't want to like leave all your soil really loose, because now you've got this really loose plant. So I call it like tucking it in like a baby. I'm just going to tuck it down so that everything's nice and solid in there. Not too many air pockets or anything weird going on. You can add some more soil. I like to go about an inch below the rim of the pot. So let's put that a little bit more. Thank you.
One of the things that we believe is that in the forest floor and anywhere in nature, there's normally not bare soil. There's fallen leaves, and there's decaying logs, and there's plants growing, and there's like a covering. And so one of the things when it comes to sustainable farming is always having a covering,
Right.
always having this skin layer that protects the organs underneath, so to speak, on the soil. And that's using a mulch layer. And so we'll probably put some mulch on in the future, but I just wanted to mention it for now in case some of our diehard fans are like, what?
Would you?
Water it a little bit?
I will let you do that.
Okay, well, let's,
Oh, we can get another dub for the night.
Okay, so real quick, we have a plant that's struggling.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Running again with Barkley on second down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Cowboys much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The Giants looking for that first win of the year. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right.
There we go.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
To his ass.
And he's got it to about the 40.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's a 2nd and 8. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. You talk about this giant defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Running behind center with Vaughn. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
This is the hybrid specialty mount. It's only about 800 packages that usually send some basics. Direct feeding, 30 feet for 10 foot, 100 feet for 50 foot. Here we go, set!
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And that is incomplete. That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw on 2nd down. Moyer. This one goes out wide with Barkley. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second down and 4. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. He's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Let's go. Need this pick.
Here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Moyer. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Can we put some points on the board? Some real points for the half.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, the offense not too happy.
2 yards,
It's a
that's
balancing act,
it,
isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
Come on, set.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. And Lance now to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So here's a 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Well, now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
if you're brand new, super experienced, this is going to get really good results for you. So let's get started on the left here. This is where we're going to have the 4 horsepower. And notice I have the light angle so that I can walk in here.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals. The combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Third quarter starts with a run from Ball. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Lance.
Oh, catch that shit.
It's going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Lance. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And they'll go for it. Lance. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw, it's Lance. And this is going to be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Moyer. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Oh, good move. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Moyer. To Barkley on the check down. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield?
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Moyer, short throw, going to be caught by Waller. And he will have the Giants 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
You can load the compressor without burning the plant because it can always access clean water. Where when you're in a normal soil system and you put too hot of soil everywhere in there, it can't escape it. All the water has to reach it.
Looking to throw. Moyer.
Oh, you got to catch
Nearly
that.
a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Gomez. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 36. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And tough sledding. Again, maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Moyer gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll cross over at the 25. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's got it. The Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
But I'm going to add a little bit more by putting the build-up flour in here. You can definitely use like 1 minute.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Well, I think we both got to thinking, and the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Point after, right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Lance. That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 on a Giants touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I would play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. But no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Lance going back to the air after the pick 6. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
So the shape ends up working perfectly for floating brick box. I mean, there's a watering. I would go to the food, and I'm going to go in between the 1 and the 2 bed.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
6 teaspoons of stuff, 3 gallons of water. That's everything I'm going to use to water these in, and I think we're going to get really, really good results. So when you mix this in, push it in the water a little bit. Let's see what it looks like for fun.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead.
And you can get the width with the one just right. And then just walk it all the way down. Pretty cool. Put it around the edges now. And they look like I just put a lot of water on there, but it's barely in there. So what I'm going to do is just focus on evenly putting this whole can between all of them. I just want to use this whole can as evenly as possible.
Here's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Oh, they took a big shot there for the end zone. And if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
The clock reading 40 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10. Lance back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did. Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.
Okay, now I like to play some. I'll show you. I'll show this one right here. I like them over here. You can play them in the center, but if the branch is big, the leaves are going to block the tube, and then you're going to have to move the branches out, put your head over it to see down there. I've seen other people put a little foot kind of visually display when it goes away from floating that it's too dry. And so there's many ways to do this. You do whatever you like. I just visually look at it, and that works well.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles.
A couple different seasons for transplant purposes. You've heard me talk about chitin before.